Imagine standing on the scorched, endless plains of prehistoric Africa. The air is thick, shimmering with heat that feels heavy against your skin. You look up, but the sun isn't the warm, gentle companion you know from modern winters. Here, it is a relentless, punishing tyrant. Every single second, invisible waves of high-intensity UV radiation bombard you. It's an assault you can't see, yet it's a force that dictates your very existence. For your ancestors, this environment was a crucible. You aren't just walking through this landscape, you are fighting it. Your skin, deep, rich, and dark, is not just an appearance. It is a masterpiece of biological engineering, a sophisticated armor evolved over eons to protect your body's delicate chemistry from the sun's lethal burn. Inside your veins, a critical nutrient called folate is being threatened by the light, and without it, your lineage would simply cease to be. Being dark-skinned in this world wasn't a choice. It was the ultimate survival mechanism. Humanity was forged in this blaze, learning early on that the light was a power to be respected, a constant threat that had to be resisted to keep the fire of life burning. Now, the landscape beneath your feet begins to change. The heat of the equator fades into memory as you join a migratory wave, pushing relentlessly toward the horizon. You are moving into the vast, uncharted northern latitudes, where the world feels fundamentally broken. The air turns thin and biting. The ferocity of the sun you once feared has vanished, replaced by a pale, timid glow that barely manages to pierce the thick canopy above. This is where the nightmare begins. The very survival strategy that protected you for millennia in Africa, your dark skin, is suddenly working against you. In this new, dim world, the environment that once sustained you has become a quiet, invisible trap. You begin to feel a deep, hollow fatigue settling into your bones, a weariness that sleep cannot touch. You realize with a sinking dread that the protection you carried as a shield is now a barrier, blocking the faint, precious sunlight your body desperately needs to function. The rules of existence have been rewritten, and the stakes have climbed higher than ever. You aren't just fighting the cold anymore. You are locked in an invisible battle for your own biology. What happens when your shield becomes your greatest weakness? You are now deep in the grip of a frozen, violent reality. The Ice Age isn't merely cold. It is a calorie-desperate nightmare where the very atmosphere feels like it's conspiring to end you. Every step through the knee-deep snow is a tax on your dwindling energy reserves. In this world, food is not just sustenance, it is the only currency of life. You are constantly hunting, constantly foraging, yet in this white, desolate expanse, nature has retracted its bounty. But the true crisis is happening inside you. Under the relentless gray skies, the sun is nothing more than a ghost. You cannot synthesize vitamin D, the vital catalyst for your bones, your immune system, and your resilience. You start to feel the physical decay beginning not from the claws of a cave lion, but from a silent, internal failure. Your body, engineered for the searing brightness of the savanna, is starving in the gloom. It's an atmospheric, claustrophobic suffocation. You are surrounded by the carcasses of mammoths and the threat of predators, but your most dangerous enemy is the lack of light itself. You feel your strength fracturing. Your movements become sluggish, your joints ache, and the persistent gray above seems to be draining the very electricity from your nerves. You have reached the ultimate biological ultimatum: adapt to this light-starved wilderness, or wither away into the permafrost. The species is on the edge of a precipice, staring into a future where survival requires a fundamental, impossible change. If you cannot find a way to harvest the light, the frost will claim you forever. Just when the silence of the ice seems absolute, nature pulls its final, most brilliant trick. You are witnessing the ultimate turning point, a quiet, biological revolution happening in the shadows of the tundra. Over countless generations, the human form begins to shed its ancestral armor. The deep, dark pigment that once guarded you against the equatorial blaze begins to fade, replaced by a lighter, more permeable canvas. It is a radical, desperate adaptation, a fundamental shift designed to maximize every vanishing ray of ultraviolet light in this light-starved world. This isn't about vanity or how you see yourself in the reflection of a frozen lake. It is a desperate, elegant hack of your own genome. You watch in awe as the human blueprint rewrites itself in real time. Where your body once rejected the sun to protect its chemistry, it now hungers for it, reaching out to capture every meager drop of light available in the brutal northern winter. It is an ingenious survival mechanism, a profound testament to the adaptability of life itself. The story moves past the superficial myths of why we look different and reveals the staggering truth: we change to survive. As the generations pass, you realize you are watching a species master its environment not by changing the world around it, but by fundamentally changing itself. The forest, once a tomb, is becoming a laboratory. You have mastered the frozen world by learning to live within its light. But as this transformation completes, you must face the final reality of what this journey has cost and what it has truly created. You stand now upon the tundra, a witness to the final transformation. The ice stretches to the horizon, but you no longer fear its grasp. Look at your hands. The skin that once thrived in the scorching sun has evolved to catch the whispers of light in this frozen expanse. You are no longer just a refugee of the equator. You have become a master of the north. Reflect on this long, brutal journey. From the heat-drenched plains of your birth to the howling, ice-covered wastes, every inch of your survival is written into your very biology. The diversity you see across the human family today is not an accident. It is a map of our triumph, a chronicle of our resilience written in pigment and blood. We are a species that does not merely exist in the environment, we bend it, and we bend ourselves to endure. Take this final truth with you. Every breath you take is a legacy, a victory won by those who refuse to break in the frost. You are the descendant of the ultimate survivor, a living testament to the light that refused to go out. The darkness was never our end, it was our greatest teacher.